You smell that, Fred? Luck is in the air! Well, I suppose it's a different kind of luck in the air.
I am Fred. Yes, we know you're Fred.
Today, we're bringing you the unluckiest fails. Today, we find out what happens when you let Fred drive the boat.
Oh my God, why am I driving like a...
We've also discovered a new species of Fortnite players that can crank 90s while knocked. Without further ado, let's get into number 15. Ever since the rocket launcher first came out all those years ago, rocket riding has been one of the most exciting ways to escape a battle, although it's high risk, high reward. Anywho, I don't think I've ever seen a rocket ride go this badly.
Over here. Right there, in the corner. Jump! Oh, no! Oh!
Yes, my friends, the third-party snipe. It's the play you don't expect, but you gotta have eyes in the back of your head at all times. On a real note though, how can you mess up a rocket ride so much in such a small amount of time? Either way, this fail's definitely a knee slapper. If this happened to me, I'd probably be screeching. Number 14. If you've watched our Season 13 Secrets video, which you should if you haven't yet, you probably know about the secret pontoon POI. It's just a boat that appears outside the map each match and has a ton of loot on it. The best part is that it has a boat so you can return to the mainland and not get stranded. Well, that would be the best part anyway if stuff like this didn't happen. What even happened? Casper the friendly ghost just jacked my ride. It probably took ages for the poor guy to swim back to shore, and that's if the storm didn't get him first. Or a shark. Either way, it's pretty funny. Number 13. In something that looks like it's straight out of Attack on Titan, this next clip is a very weird bug. It's happened a few times in previous seasons, but I've never seen it as disturbing as this. Check this out.
Remember, we have actual enemies. If we don't hurry up with this, we're done. They're above.
Mom, get the camera. It's actually so broken. I wonder if it was just the guy who could see it or anyone else. Imagine playing as someone that big. Dude's just massive, shows up to squads with friends like,
Oh, hello there!
Either way, this is an odd bug, and I'm probably gonna have nightmares about this now. So, thank you. Let's get into number 12. Sometimes being a sweat in Fortnite can get boring, and you want to just mess around for once. So instead of fighting someone, you decide to have fun with it and actually just do an emote or dance to try to get their attention. When they're not chasing you around trying to pickaxe you to death or they stop firing at you, it can be pretty fun. But can they resist shooting you? Now that's epic. Make sure to pick up the Season 3 Battle Pass using code T5T in the item shop. Now that's epic. I can't even say this. Number 11. With Fortnite choppers, you cannot redeploy your glider when jumping out of it. So this is a problem that a lot of teams have to consider. The best solution is to jump out over a river or a flooded part of the map. But don't be silly. This is the unluckiest moments. Did you actually think he would survive? Somehow his teammate landed right on him and took both of them out at the same time. Better luck next time, guys. Number 10. Sometimes bugs can completely break the game or even give you an advantage. But if you get downed and a bug lets you continue as if nothing happened, who's the winner there? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, building kids have now evolved from AI fluidity to cranking 90s while knocked. This is no joke. Not to mention, they've got to do this for an entire game. It'd be a miracle if they actually won while crawling around like a baby. Then again, you could just pretend you're down for everyone you find and then take them out when they try and thirst you. I'm not making the number 9 joke. It's number 9. Some of the most annoying things in Chapter 2 are the XP coins that just float around the island. They're really helpful for easy XP, but sometimes just get in the way of whatever you're doing. Not to mention, they can be found in the weirdest spots. I mean, just look at this. Now that, my friends, is what we call a Hulk Smash Desk Slammer. Number 8. Build battles can be intense sometimes, but you shouldn't let that pressure get to you. If it does, you'll probably make a ridiculous mistake that costs you the victory. Yeah, smooth move destroying that helicopter. As for splatting on the metal, I probably would have done that too. Let us all join together for a group oof. Everything that could have gone wrong here actually went wrong. That is one poor guy. Give it up for this poor man. Number 7. Time for some dogfighting. Which World War was this? Something that I love to do when in a choppa is try and take out their enemies flying as well. So when you end up in some kind of jousting match with your helicopters, there can only be one. Who will win? I don't even know the odds of these two both getting to 0 health at the same time, but it made for a really cool explosion at least. Michael Bay is proud somewhere. All right, number 6, let's talk about the Marauders. The Marauders are probably the most noticeable change for Season 3. With the assault team, these guys see struggling, and they just pull up. For this next unlucky player, the Marauders were not the only thing following them. It's like their life flashed before their eyes. They didn't even try to escape. Dude saw the shark and was like, back to the lobby again. Number 5. A lot of time with Fortnite moments, you'll see a pro do a wild trick shot, which must have taken a ton of tries. From people using sharks in whirlwinds to bouncing between crash pads, trick shots can be immensely impressive. Although you rarely ever get to see the times where the trick shot doesn't exactly go to plan. So let me present this to you from the perspective of the actual victim of the trick shot. From someone else's perspective, trick shots can look a little dull, especially when they go wrong. It seems so underwhelming, it's hilarious. Oh well, at least we got free loot for this guy. Number 4. With Season 3, we finally have Shockwave grenades back, at least in some form. With the new Mythic Shockwave launcher, all kinds of tactics are returning. People are throwing enemies into the storm, doing trick shots, and most importantly, throwing Fred into the zone. I mean, escaping build battles at the last second, yeah. But what happens when it all goes horribly wrong? It's not that clear why they took fall damage, but it might have something to do with them running into the bush and then back out before launching. I mean, or not, it's hard to tell. They might have just had a glitched shockwave grenade, but either way, that is still super unfortunate. Number 3. You remember the first time you rode a shark? In this video, we've covered all kinds of things being wacky or breaking, like with the shockwave grenades, Marauders, crash pads, helicopters, and more. But there's one other big addition in Season 3, and it wouldn't be Fortnite if everything wasn't broken. Here's some poor soul having their first time riding a shark. Yeah, they really nailed this one. Even Epic Games saw this clip and said, "Great form. Landing could use some work." Of course, this should be fixed by now. I hope. Number 2. It seems like in Fortnite nowadays, there's always someone camping somewhere, usually in a bush or in a box or sometimes a tree. It's especially bad when it's the final circle, and you just cannot find those last few enemies. So when Reddit user Foil was camping in a tree getting ready for a snipe, they heard something in the branches, looking over, and here's what they saw. This poor man just had to land in a tree with someone else in it. They didn't even notice either. But you know what they say? This tree ain't big enough for the two of us. And number 1. In one of the biggest fails of the season to date, we have Worry Ward just playing a usual game of Fortnite. They're in Pleasant Park, they're shooting at an enemy across the river. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? I guess this is a great message to people out there to probably not throw down a crash pad on top of a fuel pump. I can just imagine this guy getting all hyped up and getting ready to just destroy the enemy on the other side of that river. But then... well, at least you can say you learned something new because of this, maybe. Don't you dare click on that other video. All right, I'm about to flip the switch, so subscribe right now to find out what happens when I do. All right.